Hello and welcome to Aint Got a Clue. It is myself, Kae Kurd.
Hey, I'm Marcus Bronzy. What's happening?
Brilliant. Right. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm
Brilliant.
good.
All right.
Yeah, we can have a proper catch up, innit, in a second, but should we get into the questions?
Yes, sir.
In case you don't know how to do it, there's a link in the show description and in our Instagram where you can click on it and get involved in the show. First thing first is Ask You Anything. What a deep one to kick off the show with. Kay, are you afraid of the future?
Yes. I am. Nothing good is. I think society peaked in 2008, and I keep repeating this, and nobody believes me.
Elaborate.
I think after 2008, we've gone through multiple crashes, haven't we? Like 4 or 5 recessions. Yep. We have AI taking over. There are job losses every month. Immigration is a problem.
That is so clippable. You know, there's someone waiting at home going, "Yes." What's that? What's that meme from The Wire?
Yeah.
Got it.
I love joking about that because it's yeah. But I mean, anyway, I'm playing. I'm a good one.
What are you going to say? One of the small percentage of good ones.
I'm one of the good ones.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, genuinely, I think technology is going to be the downfall of man, and I this is part of the reason I don't have an Alexa or a smart speaker in my house. I don't have like an Apple HomePod or any of those things, bro. Do you know I've been doing this joke on stage and people laugh at it, where I'm like, you're going to be. One day, those songs, you're going to ask it to play a song, yeah? And it's going to record you singing along to the N-word and saying it out loud, yeah? And then it's just going to use it to blackmail you one day, bro. Like, you're just there to go.
You know what we'll do? It'll wait till you're outside your black friend's house and you're all about to pick your friend up. Yeah. And it'll be like, what would Alexa want from you, though?
You know that song that goes, my hitter, but it's
yeah.
They're gonna record you singing along to that. And then you're going to be like...
it will start off with like, please, Kay, please can you give me an update? And you'll be like, no, I'm not updating you, man. Shut up,
blood.
Oh, really? This is a recording of you singing along to YG Hitter, or as you like to, and it's going to spit to it. Oh, isn't that your friend coming in the car now? Shall I play it back? Fuck it, they're trying to tear Alexa out your car.
Bro, you think they're not going to develop a conscience like that?
I think somebody's going to do the hack first, because have you seen the memes going around of people deliberately setting up their Alexa? So it's like, yo babes, can you just ask Alexa to play some music, pick whatever you want, and she goes, hey Alexa, can you play like club music from the early 2000s? And they program it so Alexa goes, can you tell your sister to shut her ugly ass up and sit down? She doesn't run this house. And the woman's going like, what the fuck? So it's going to be like that.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just think, look, if we're giving you the serious answer, it's doomsday. And if I'm giving you the joke answer, it's doomsday light. So
it's doomsday lol.
Bro, like, do you know one thing I do find funny, yeah, is the way old people are terrified of self-checkouts. And like their act of rebellion is to like use a cashier.
Yeah.
Where they're like, this is, I was at Asda and I refused to use the self-checkout. I lined up and I had a good conversation with the man at the till. Great.
I love seeing the decline of checkouts that are conventional. I miss them. I will miss them. But let's be honest, they ain't going to be around very much longer. But I am loving the anger and rage that I'm seeing in the queues for the old people. I don't think
you can continue. I think you still have to have people to some extent.
Yes, that one person that runs between all the tills. You know, when it stops measuring, when you put your stuff on and it doesn't go through right, and they have to come through and check it for you.
Not just that though, but like when you see Lidl can never just go fully self-checkout because the amount of stuff I pack into that trolley, bro. Yeah. There's no way that's fitting on the bagging area. Just like 2 watermelons, 4 packs of 2-litre bottles of water,
and God forbid you done a middle aisle as well. So you've just got something on there like,
bro,
a flipping cool box that's 25 litres in there as well for no reason.
I shop,
yeah.
when I go Lidl,
yeah,
I'm not walking out there with less than £100, bruv.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I just do when I do a big shop.
What did you do? Buy the whole shop?
I do a
100
big
quid
shop.
in Lidl?
I do a big shop, bro.
That's a lot.
I do a big shop.
That's
Like,
a lot.
You think so, but then when you see it, you're like, oh, it's not that much.
That's a lot. Like 100 quid, if you were to take that down the road
Just-
to a Marks and Sparks or a
What
Waitrose,
is
you
it?
could do that in a little handheld
Loads of
basket.
Shazad. Shazad chicken breasts.
Of course. And you,
Packets. I'll buy like 5 or 6 of them, slap them
Yeah.
into the trolley.
you know,
that's
bro.
already expensive.
I might pick up some shower gels. You know that? What's that fragrance? Kenya. Pick up that Kenya. CN Kenya. I'll pick that up.
I'll go buy the CN and that. But no, but back to the like AI, bro. It's there. It's done. It's finished. I think 2008 was a great year. Sorry, not well. The financial crash happened in it, and after that, it's fucked. It's done.
Did we ever recover from that? Really?
No, everything else has been like fake.
Because
recovery.
you're supposed to have like a
yeah, they bailed out the banks.
downturn.
What they should have done,
Then we have an
they
upturn.
should have just let the banks fail.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no economic knowledge, so
Well, I didn't have any P's then, so I'd be like, fail the banks. I might lose my overdraft. Go for it.
Yo, 2008, I was 18. So I
Okay.
was just going to uni. So I was like, so imagine my adult life has just been all fucking economic despair, bro.
Yeah.
It's a miracle I've made it this far.
Bruv, it's amazing. Like, listen, to have your whole adult life watching the world burn slowly is quite an experience, isn't it? Quite an experience.
I remember watching on TV, like war in Kosovo, and people were like, this is like a once in a lifetime thing, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know how many wars we've had since, blood? Kosovo's fine. There's bare shit going on right now, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, it's scary. I think that the main thing about what really stuns me is the other day A-level results came out, and did you see my tweet about that?
I didn't see a tweet about it. What's your tweet about A-level results?
Do you want me to read it out?
Yes, please read it out.
I'll send it to you. Maybe I'll read it out.
Shout out to all those that have done their A-level results.
yeah,
If you're listening
okay.
to this show, I don't know why
A-level
you're here.
results day. Mine were crap, but I now have a podcast with Wayne Rooney. You will not be so lucky. I'm talented. Go and do some retakes and get into a proper uni.
Did that do quite well?
Yeah. Someone was like, I'm putting this on LinkedIn.
I love it. I love it because that is the
usually-
opposite of, hey guys, well done. Like I just did. Well done to everyone that tried to do it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Even though you study for 2 years, they don't really matter that much.
Yeah. They matter, bro. Like don't get me wrong, I worked hard, but I hate how people downplay luck as well. And people go, you make your own luck, which is true to an extent.
Yeah.
But I've been lucky with some of the opportunities that I've been afforded, right? And I will always say luck helps in any aspect, right? So I've been lucky in that sense, right? You might not be so lucky, bro.
Listen, look, hey, what you've done for your hard work is you've earned yourself a few more rolls of the dice. That's what you've done in it. However,
Exactly.
as we know, with all dice-based games, you could have infinity rolls. Yeah. You could have not infinity, but 1 million rolls,
Let me tell
and
you-
you could not. And someone else could come along and just fucking dash
Game ain't
them.
finished, bro. Right now I'm playing Snakes and Ladders.
Why are there so many ladders? No, why are there so many snakes?
So I'm saying there might be a couple more snakes that I
Yeah.
have to go down before I get back on the ladder again. But my
Yeah.
point is, I love that people often go, oh yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Brother, so what's it, 208,000 people passed and got into uni? That's 208,000 jobs that in 3 years we have to create for the economy has to create, right? 208,000 jobs that the economy has to create. And the way AI is going, we don't need you no more.
I've been
We don't
reading.
need you no more. We don't need you no more. Bro, I am terrified. The other day, someone was saying that a creative agency they know
Yeah.
has lost 80% of its business because a lot of... so there's a lot of businesses that you know that like their whole MO is we provide creative solutions for brands. So we'll do product photos and all that product photo shit, done. Like you just slap into AI, hey, this is my logo, put it on a coffee cup, put it on a woman drinking a coffee cup, and then they just make a barista like do some coffee art on a thing and then with my logo on it, and then it just gets made. It is insane, and that is like one aspect of it, right? Just imagine like the amount of processes that was already streamlined. Here's the other thing that I fucking find hilarious, right? I know somebody job hunting, right? They put the role that they were getting, or they were going for, and they asked ChatGPT to ask them some questions based on that role. Why did the same questions come up when they went into their interview? So what's happening is the interviewer's gone, give me some questions to ask. a future candidate in an interview. Same fucking questions came up. So what are we doing?
What if they're uploading the CV saying pick the best person?
Yeah, there's probably AI
we could
software.
hack that by saying, could you write me a CV that would be the perfect answer for all of these questions?
So what I see happening is a lot of people go, write me a CV. However, write it in a fashion where it will bypass other AI software recognizing AI has written it.
Sensational. I have been reading articles. There are a lot of young people out there that have been like qualified for a couple of years and they just ain't getting the jobs, bro. The jobs ain't there. But you know what though?
Well, a lot of doctors.
Yeah, but you know what I did see the other day and it made me realise. I was walking down the street and I saw a guy painting a house. I need a painter, yeah, because I'm not very good at it. I was like, excuse me. He was like, yo, what's going on, mate? You all right? I said, yeah, I might need a painter soon. Oh, take my business card. I was like, why is this guy so happy? And I realised AI can't replace him yet. He's cool. Painters, plumbers, electricians. Bro, I've been looking around at them. They've been whistling while they work whenever I've seen them all week.
It's hard graft, though.
It is graft, bruv. Graft or no graft. I'm taking a graft all day long, innit? You get me?
The thing is, which one of those is the easiest? I'm trying to think. Like, because...
All right, can we knock plumbing off? Because
it's
cool,
say that.
but doo-doo. No thanks.
Well, just...
However, I've got a friend.
Wet.
I got a friend that works in emergency clearage of drains. We can all imagine what that is. I don't have to go into that.
There's a difference between drainage and plumbing. Yeah, drainage is long.
So we can do the plumbing side, but he specialises in... He's the guy on Sunday at 3 a.m. in the morning. If you have one toilet in your house and it's blocked, he'll come and do it for you. I'll tell you what, bro, it's not a job that I would go for first. He is doing very well.
I had to get someone that does drainage in for kitchen sink.
There you
they
go.
Were like, I just loved it. I remember coming in here and like, I just love unblocking stuff. And I was just like,
great. Something
fair
for
play,
everyone.
innit? Fair play. Like,
tell the truth though, that's the kind of job when they did it, you were like, thank God. And that, it's not one of them ones where you reluctantly pay, but you know that it's a lot though, innit? You're like,
they just put some machine into it and we're like, I was like, fucking do your thing, bruv. Yeah. But everyone's got to do a trade again, bro. Like, but then that's when I can't wait till like it gets to a point where everyone's a tradesman. So like, getting your house painted like costs like 20 quid again.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like that at the moment. But then what would we retrain as? I'm trying to think. What would you retrain? When we were talking about stereotypical jobs before the show, so if you're expecting that, we're not going to do that today.
If I don't know, man. You don't need to retrain.
I think you'd be
75,000 properties.
Allow that talk, man. Behave yourself. You just
will landlords be replaced by AI? No.
You just joined the show. This is the show where Kae is a habitual liar. I think you could do something like, and don't take me wrong. Yeah,
you can't
I'm going to elevate it to
commercial space with AI. So I think you're doing well with the 17 units you own in Westfield.
I think you'd be amazing at like a front of house job of sorts, but not like a low level one. I mean like high level.
Not anymore.
Nah, man, I don't. You're not doing stuff, but you're just a welcoming face. I reckon you'd smash it. You could do quick jokes.
Not anymore.
No,
not anymore.
What would you?
Absolutely not. When I was younger, maybe. Now, fuck off, bruv.
What would you retrain as then? What would you do?
I don't know what I'll retrain as, bruv. Like, this is it.
Really? There's nothing else.
There's nothing left, bro. Like,
I've got nothing left.
Do you know what? Maybe, I don't know, like it is, everything that I've wanted to do is like, every industry that I've wanted to get in is dying.
Really? Like what?
Radio.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Podcaster
there though.
Music industry.
You can still be a rapper.
No, you can't. You can't.
Bro, you know Pusha T and Malice, I'm just saying, the clips, people have got people thinking now that they can get back into rap at 50 years old. I know you feel quite passionate about that.
Remember I sent you a video about this producer that had, by the way, he's produced for like loads of massive artists. And he had a list of AI artists that he's created and he's got them signed.
Amazing. Timbaland's, there's video of Timbaland messing with AI stuff as well. AI apps.
Where are we going with this shit, bruv? Just like, what are we doing?
Does it really worry you that much? I don't know how much of this is a bit or how much of it is real.
Nothing is going to be real, bro. And it will get to a stage where we will end up like the Matrix. Do you know what I find funny?
Do you feel in danger, really, as a comedian? Bro, I feel like you guys are fresher than ever because of AI.
You think that, but you're going to get to a stage where AI... People prefer digital entertainment right now anyway.
Okay, then could I ask you a serious question, right? And we don't need any names or anything. Do you think that there are people in the industry that are heavily using AI for their content? and it's making its way to stage.
But yeah, probably.
Ideas, maybe. Do you think there's people doing it?
Probably.
Has anyone said, yeah, I use a bit of AI?
I've messed around with it.
Yeah, look, we did a presentation years ago when AI was still quite fresh in it, and we did mess around with it. And you said the tone of it. You said it wasn't all the way there, but you said the tone of it was somewhat closer.
Well, so if you ask it to write a joke in my style, it doesn't do it well. All it does is put bruvs and innits on it.
Yeah, slightly less racist as well. I think the material.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. Slightly less edgy.
But I was having a conversation with another comedian about this, Jay Handley, recently, and he was like, he can see someone just like putting transcripts of all their material into it and training a AI agent to do something.
Is that cheating if it's your stuff and you're getting it to spit out your stuff? Because I feel like that's your material.
Yeah, but do you know what the scary part is when you go, what should I talk about? And
with no direction, when you just say what should I talk about, and it picks your set for you, that's where it could get very interesting, because then at that point you don't know where that AI is getting that information from.
It just gets boring, bro. But I just think what we've done is, with the democratization of content, there's so much of it that because people don't sit with things anymore, it creates a pressure for people to keep creating, and that the quality is going to drop to the point. And I think this is why people don't mind AI. Because it's got to a stage where the content is so shit in a lot of departments. Now, I'm not just talking about comedy, but I'm talking like music, whatever, where it sounds so like the amount of auto-tune that sounds like it's so auto-tuned to fuck that you don't know if it's a real voice or not. Where that's become so prevalent and so popular, if it's just a machine doing it or a human doing it, what does it matter at that point? Because if it's not soulful music, do you know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying.
And that's what fucking worries me, because it's like the more you make this short, snappy shit, like it's easy for machines to replicate that, whereas the long form stuff is a lot harder.
I think so. I think you're right. Like, so for example, even with film stuff, there might be a cool little scene that someone could add in somewhere, like a little kooky bit. Yes. But to do a whole 90-minute film, we're not there yet. It'll be a load of trash.
It could do you a bunch of like 1 minute POV when you're doing this videos.
Yeah.
And it could be funny, and it maybe get you 4 million views. Yeah. Right. But like when you ask it to write you a feature film, right now it probably can't. And I think even the one place it would lack is telling human stories and human emotion. But the problem is where we fucking taken the movie industry, where they don't bank on new ideas and everything's just a remake anymore. We've eliminated that possibility as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like we sort of backed ourselves into a corner where everything's thinking, and it's the death of mass appeal that really I struggle to come to terms with, because I think what the democratization of content has done has made us all more divided than ever. And I think in some respects there is beauty in having a TV show that everybody in the country has to watch. Do you know what I mean? Because whatever it was, for example, Saturday night, everyone was watching Gladiators and thinking, and I may sound nostalgic or whatever. But
that's a good reference point, actually, because there was a Gladiators recently as well, so young people get that.
Yeah. But do you know what I mean? Like it was like everyone was watching Blind Date and Gladiators, and it was like, or
you lost half of them now with Blind Date. It was a dating show. Don't worry. Cool.
Yeah, but do you see where I'm coming from? It was like, you had reference points for a lot of stuff, and people from different backgrounds could bond over stuff all the time. And I get, like, yes, the internet has provided us with a lot more knowledge, but I think the only thing that's mass appeal now is sports.
Yeah, I was going to say the last vegetable, deliberate typo for that. Last festival for that would be live sports. That's where we can all get together and we see glimpses of it, like where there's worldwide competitions, right? Yeah. Because that's when that's when casuals, innit, get involved.
Or when it started the Premier League season, for example, and everyone was like, oh my God, like everyone's getting involved in it. But then again now, because that is the only thing, the amount of things that surround it. Like they've got players doing halftime interviews.
Yeah.
Do you know-
Yeah. Content.
Yeah,
That's
it's
mad,
just-
isn't it?
Yeah, they just want like to suck every little bit left out of it. Where
Yeah. There'll be injury interviews soon, you know. Like if someone's getting stretchered off, they'll be like lying there writhing in pain. Like, you know, we've heard you just shattered your femur. How are you feeling right now? What do you think the cause of that was?
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Morphine, please.
I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly would not be surprised, bro. Like there is, and there's this hampering from even like bigger places where it's like we need to get this, we need to get that, and you're just like, man, like the artistic expression's on its way out.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%, man.
You don't think it's going to eke out somewhere? As humans, we always find a way to be artistic. Like you find a way.
What was the most popular TV show the last 10, 20 years? Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones.
And look what happened when they ran out of source material.
Yeah, it went down, innit? It went. The writer's strike actually showed us what happens when you take creative out. Do you remember the great writer's strike?
Yep.
TV fell off.
Yes.
That's when we had the episode of Breaking Bad where they just stayed looking at flies for that whole episode. Do you remember?
For a whole, that episode
Yeah.
I skipped, and people were like, no, it's a really important episode. I was like, big man, I skipped it and I was fine.
Bro, you see that episode? That was the perfect kind of episode to put on and fall asleep to. Yeah? That's the kind of episode where I'll be honest with you, bro.
Asking you, are you still watching? And they go, no, you're not.
Yeah.
But look, like I think what's the TV show that everyone's watching at the moment?
I don't know. I feel like you're more plugged in with stuff like that now, man. I feel like everyone's ready for the Prem.
There isn't one.
Everyone's
There
good
isn't
to
a
go.
TV show that everyone's
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
Everything is like, oh, have you checked out something? And like the thing is, like nothing's allowed to grow anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's like first season, oh, it was shit, done.
Yeah.
But you think, all right, the other aspect of it is as well, because they're so worried about something doing well, they don't commission enough seasons of it. So if you look at Wednesday that came out on Netflix, and you look at the second season that just come out, it's like a 3 or 4 year gap, bro.
That was probably, over the last few years, I think that was the biggest show ever. So that's interesting to say. Wednesday, I think, has been the biggest, at least for Netflix. And because Netflix is the king of the streamers, I think that was the most popular show. So that's an example.
Yeah, but
4 years, yeah.
What the fuck? What are these 2 or 3 year gaps that we have to deal with?
Do you know what they're filling it with between? They're filling it with Friends. They're filling it with all of these older shows that have got like hundreds of episodes because they know that that's what people will stream, and in the meantime they'll make all those decisions. So that's what you've got. You've either got a little bit of new IP, or even Wednesday. Does that count as new IP? Because it's another idea. It's a spin-off.
Yeah.
It's a spin-off, isn't
It's
it? Really.
Addams Family
So you've
spin-off,
got that, and then you've got like catalogues of old shows. That's what they make their money off.
Yeah, and but when I was watching this video that said something like this. They done a study on a group of kids where they played them 90s programs like Arthur.
Hey.
And the kids were seen to be, they were more enthusiastic when parents said, you got to put your iPad down.
Really?
Yeah, because of the slower pace of it and everything, it was like, it's time to put your iPad away. They were like, fine. As opposed to the people who they let the kids choose their own content.
That's wild. So that's a digression.
Yes,
that's wild.
So the behaviour of...
Yeah.
Because and I think you get this when you watch older shows now as well. When you watch them, like they feel a lot slower paced, right? And you're like, what the fuck? Get to, and you're like you watch The Godfather. Like I love The Godfather, but you're like, fucking hell, get to the point.
Yeah. There'll be like 20 seconds of silence. 20 seconds of silence and just like some music playing with a bit of scenery, and you'd be like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, just get to the point. Yeah, well, there's a lot of us going get to the point.
Even if you go back and watch Breaking Bad or The Wire, which was big in our time. The Wire was very slow paced.
Season 2.
It took me a while. I had to not watch anything else, and then I could sit and like get into the roots, because other shows, what would happen in half a season of The Wire could happen in an episode of a show. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so you can watch that. So,
It is a weird thing, but yeah, I just don't think there's anything that we've experienced that's going to be better in the future than we've already experienced.
Unless you were measuring it like more famine and more death and more war as like good things, then you'd be like, oh, it's great, everybody's dying. But
I mean, like there was this discussion about like lab grown meat becoming like a phenomenon, right? But then, I'm all for lab grown meat, but then the flip side of it is, what the fuck are going to happen to cows?
Yeah. Send them to me. I'll eat them. But what will happen?
Because
to
if
farming?
there is no incentive for farmers to farm these things, what the fuck are we? What's going to happen to the animals? And people are like, they've gone extinct.
And then what will happen to the farmland, Kay? And then what will happen to the environment? And then what will happen to everything else? Because obviously, it will all go back to normal eventually. But if there's like farmland, like needs to be farmed, if you know what I mean. It's designed for animals to go in and eat the grass off it. So if you leave it, there might be a great upset. Could you imagine that? If we accidentally extinct beef and all we've got is lab grown.
Yeah, it will be lab grown beef. And then it will take a while before people come around to the idea. But after a while, it will just be normal. If it's chemically identical and whatever, I think it will eliminate a lot of suffering, which is half the reasons vegans go vegan, which is admirable.
But would a vegan still be able to eat the
100% because it's not, there's no suffering involved. But vegans like the taste of meat. They just don't like the idea of how it's created. So that's why they have like all these substitutes like chicken.
Yeah, I think someone's done a joke about this, but to make sure to verify the meat flavor, someone like us is gonna have to try it. So therefore, the vegan product is a product of a meat eater. I'm just saying, innit? And a cow didn't have given them permission.
No, but a lot of vegans were meat eaters.
Okay, all right.
That go vegan. I'm just backing it for the vegans right now. Like, even though like jokes can run, but like, yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck.
No, but yeah, I don't.
Well, listen, someone's got to stand up for them. They ain't got enough strength. Oh, that's low ball, isn't it? That's low ball.
You know what, my jiu-jitsu professor's vegan black belt.
Do you know what? I've got to say, I have a lot of respect for the vegan community, because what people don't understand is it takes a brave person. Do you say black belt?
Yeah.
It takes a very brave person.
I think
to
2 stripes.
2 stripes. It takes an extreme hero.
It's so funny.
I could have been hero of sorts.
It's so funny now that he's actually done a few sessions. He knows
hero of sorts.
He knows how deadly they are.
So am I scared of my future? Technically, depending on which gym I go to. I've got to be honest, okay, quick digression. I haven't done any more classes since I last spoke to you, bro. So I know I want to get back on it, but I've been away. My toe is better now. I told you I injured my toe.
Yeah.
Toe's all the way back in its place.
I only got to like a couple classes last week.
Yeah, man. I think I told Paula Lima like briefly, like, yeah, man, I just started out. Do you want to know what he said to me? Lovely Paula Lima. He's like, I can't wait to fuck you up. I was like, hang on. Bruv, I'm like, my belt is almost made out of toilet paper. It's so fucking fresh and white. He's like, no, I can't wait. I was like, for fuck's sake, man. I know he's messing around.
He's the right size for you as well. To learn from.
I would err on the side of caution to say probably too big. Like I'm thinking I go to like a under 5s class or something, or a 5 to 10s class, and then I could start mashing them up.
I hadn't trained for like a week and a half, I think it was, and then I went and oh my god.
Yeah, man.
I was just getting back up, mashing.
Really? I'm getting back on the horse though. I'm getting my exercise in. I got my steps in. I went to a festival last weekend. I've been going out. Yeah, I went.
How was that? That's another thing that I think won't exist anymore. Festivals in the future.
I went to
some AI artists just fucking on screen, and you're just like,
yeah. It was All Points East. It was an interesting festival.
Where was it?
Victoria Park. So it was East London. It was isn't All Points were in East. It was a bit dusty though. I gotta say, if you go there again at this time of year, like I brought shout out to Ramel London. She told me I bought a mask because it was so dusty. It was drum and bass. So Chase and States are headlining. Brocky and Det, if you're into your drum and bass and jungle there. So went there, enjoyed myself.
Were you inebriated?
I had a couple beverages, yeah. In the cab there, had a couple juice, but it was
no way you can enjoy that music sober.
What, drum and bass? Oh, I love it, bro.
No, you can't enjoy it sober.
I love it.
You have to be on something.
No,
your
it was
heart
good.
rate Red Bull has had to like.
I loved it, bruv. Yeah,
of course,
I loved it. I had a couple juice, but I wasn't like frass. I'll be honest, I was all right. I really enjoyed it. I had a really good time. Like, Shy FX was there as well, so I got to meet him as well. Shout out to Shy FX. Smashed it. And then Chase and Status headlined. There are a lot of mixed reviews about All Points East, but I'd say if you go to a festival like that, just know the acts that you're going to see.
Well, there was a bunch of other festivals that all got locked off. But that's a different story.
Yeah, isn't that? Yeah, man.
That's a different story. Let's not focus on the negatives.
Yeah, man. But the last few gigs and concerts I've been to, I've had a really good time, man. So
Brilliant. But yeah, the future. I can't see that.
So you can't see like Kendrick Lamar went to his show as well. You're not going to see man like him doing shows again.
I think you will. I can see it happening, but Of course, there's always going to be concerts. There's always,
Yeah.
but I just think like the more like you're going to get AI artists and stuff like that. What was the last album people really dissected and think? When you look at album sales, they're like terrible.
Hopefully we get more people like the clips that I mentioned earlier, bringing out albums that are really like shifting conversation. But that's very few and far between.
Yeah,
and it took a guy to have a 15-year break and come back to kind of bring that into the conversation. I think because of that whole situation that happened, by the way, clips, two brothers, little one, older one, older one took a bit of time out. Because of that, I think that's what accelerated that conversation, but it's very few and far between. But I love it when you get a real conversation about music.
Did you go to an Oasis concert?
I didn't go to the Oasis concert this time around, no. I was all right with not going to it, you know.
It's interesting.
Why?
Because none of my friends, like my immediate friendship circle, gave. Actually, no, one of my friends did go to it.
I found a lot of young people went who were definitely not born
There were
when
some
the music
people
was out.
Shazamming it when they were in there.
Yeah.
When they were in a concert. Can you imagine that? Like,
I know some people that were like, I mentioned something about Blur and Oasis and they had a little clash or whatever back in the day to someone, and they were like looking at me like with wanting to make comments and stuff like that, and then I was like, I realised when we were like half through their comment, I was like, you were 1 year old when that song came out. I've even if I'm not the biggest fan, I've got more authority. I was there listening to the top 40, innit? I was there with my fingers on the record button on my tape thing. I was part of that. But it's interesting like how there's the whole kind of like people looking back, and it's like as if we're scared to look at the future when it comes to music as well. But yeah, man. But for me, it was Oasis or Kendrick. So
the future
Kendrick.
of music is bleak because there's like James Blake always talks about it. There's no money left in it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I mean, he's done all right though.
He's done all right,
yeah.
but he's always championing like the fact that like how do like working class people get into music anymore? Like,
well, I think it's the tough thing is where's the money at? Because not in a greedy way, but you need money to sustain your life. So now there's no money in listening to the music. It's like having your music listened to. They're eking in on the money on merch and stuff. So now when you say like you do a gig as an artist, they'll want a percentage of your merch.
Wasn't it
20%
that
of your
rumor
merch.
that Drake's in a 360 deal, which is why he's always on tour?
Never. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's
surprised.
insane. Like, yeah.
By the way, 360 is any bit of money you make, they take a little slice of it. So like Nike comes on and goes, here's 1 million or 10 million in Drake's case. Nike are going to say 15%, please, without doing anything.
The record label, you mean?
Sorry. Record label come and take 50% without doing anything. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Anyway,
That's crazy,
optimistic about the future, basically.
Yeah, I mean, that was a strong one episode, one question. My answer is, I'm a little bit, you know what? It's coming. I'm fearful of stuff, but also it's coming, so I'm going to embrace what happens. Do you know what I mean? I just embrace what happens. I'm going to surf the wave and take it on the chin. Whatever happens, bro.
Yeah, but that's because we have to.
Yeah,
but you're not happy about it.
I'm not happy.
But
I'm not.
I don't think
I'm not as scared as you, though. I'm not as much of a fear monger.
But that's because you have to say that because you're a tech and lifestyle guru. But like, but you are like you can't say I fucking hate technology. Yeah. But the thing is, Marcus will buy a fucking abacus because it's old and he can fucking play around with it and he'll be like, this is jokes, bro. This is what calculators used to be like. He just wants to show like people, this is what calculators used to be like. It's sick. Like, Marcus is about, I would say realistically, 10 years away from getting off the grid. And
10 years? That's a bit of an oversight.
At max. Yeah. Where like he's going to be like, I don't want any internet. You know in I Am Legend where he's just got like
that looks amazing. The life is man,
Walkman and all that.
Lovely.
I reckon that's what Marcus is going to be like.
I was googling solar powered heating the other day. So using solar power to just heat your house, and then instead of using gas, bruv, I'm all over that stuff, man.
See, this is I don't know where we're going, bro. What like kid being born now. What is their future going to look like? That's the scariest thing.
I am answering this. I've got the highest respect for people that are brave enough to bring a child into this world at this age, because I think looking at the media, I'm not saying, I say there's more, but I think there was always been a lot more stuff. But looking at what is being thrown at us to bring someone into this world, I think you're very brave, because it's getting to old people. The world is getting to old people, it's getting to people our age, so a young person, you really got to protect them. So I've got a lot of respect, but I can't imagine what it's like to grow up in this day and age. Imagine if you're born today, you were born into a world where we all have access to the most amount of information ever instantaneously. But there is also some of the most extreme thoughts penetrating people's minds all over the place. Plus, on top of that, we're in a shortcut world. And I love a shortcut, but there is a certain point in a shortcut where you lose that little bit of growth you get doing it the long way sometimes, yeah? I'm not saying it always has to be the long way, but you lose a little bit of growth doing it the long way. And I think sometimes you can become a bit more of a fragile person. So yeah, it's a tough one, bruv. A lot of respect for little youngsters coming into the world.
I think people would argue like during the World Wars, like, it's a fucking tough time to bring a child into the world now.
It was tough, but I'll give you this, yeah? And this is out the lips of my own relatives. Everyone had a job. And they said they remembered it as like purposeful times. Do you get me?
Yeah.
People were fitter as well. There was less food. People were rationed, bro.
I was reading somewhere because, look,
and I'm not saying that. By the way, I'm not saying I'm for war. I just got to be careful. But I'm saying it's interesting, though, isn't it, that people were, and there was less.
So the other thing that less to do is that I want to extract that. Yeah, I want to extract that sentence a little bit, right? And let's expand on that, because I was reading somewhere where it was saying the average soldier in World War One, or maybe may have been World War Two, either way, was more learned than somebody now, because what they were able to do is recite poetry. They read literature, and because there was nothing to do.
Yeah.
So imagine, right, like, because like democratization of content has made us more and more stupid, because you're just sitting there watching fucking cat videos or whatever, right? Whereas like 100 years ago, you're like, oh fuck it, I might as well pick up a book, because a book is the only thing you can do, and you will reread that book.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you get to the last page of your book, you look around, there's no more books, so fuck it, turn it over, start again.
Yeah, you start again, you reread it, and then you like remember passages.
You might read your favourite chapter.
Yeah, exactly. You remember passages and lines, and you can quote them to people. You buy a book of poetry and you reread it, and you're like, I just want to like tell you this, and then that's when like people could actually reread poetry and like inspire people to do stuff. Whereas now, what do people fucking remember? Like,
in West Philadelphia, born and that's my favourite bit of poetry.
Well, most young people today, if you say that to them, will look at you like,
oh yeah. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. No,
I think that I want to see a TikTok like that where people go in West Philadelphia and then do it to young people and see what they say.
I think you'd get a 50-50 now.
No, going
5 years into schools, finished. Like, I'm thinking Leicester Square, you get 50-50 now. 5 more years, I don't think you're gonna get it at all.
But how mad is that?
Yeah.
But that whole thing about like people reading books and stuff like that, we need to go back to less entertainment.
Isn't it interesting that we have more access to more information, but it feels like intelligence is broad and low level instead of lots of specialists and stuff like that? And I feel like everybody feels like, I don't even think it's broad. I think
a lot of people are stupid. I think, bro, the amount of like, it is so easy to have to make a post that lacks any basis in science and just put it out there, and people go, fucking hell, this is right. Bro, I remember when people going, do you want 5G to be installed? And people go, no, fuck it, it's going to kill us.
Yeah. Oh, what, when people had like fake spreadsheets and stuff like that, and like charts talking. Was that at the same time people were talking about pigeons being spies for the government as well, and then being made out of robots to
do you see where I'm coming from? And people were like, fucking hell, yeah, this is real, bro. Yeah. It's annoying, like, yeah.
Anyway, man, I think we might have to fly now, but look, if you've enjoyed the episode and you want some extra clue in your ear, some more clue in your ear, some more of a clue even, all you have to do is go to our patreon.com/Aintgotaclue, and you will hear our answer to the question, which is coming up next, is what age do you think men should settle down? Apparently relationship gurus. But Kay, before we go though, you got a new show out, ain't you?
The Wayne Rooney show. It's not my show, it's Wayne Rooney's show. I'm just part of it.
Yeah,
I went to his house, which was an experience.
I can only imagine, as probably one of our football.
I had 5 wanks. No,
probably as one of our football icons. He's quite comfortable in life, I'll say,
bro. Look, footballers have a wealth you wouldn't even imagine, and this is probably England's best ever player. Him and Bobby Charlton, I think. But mate, like, he's so normal for somebody that successful.
Yeah,
so normal for somebody that's successful, and like.
I remember being at school and we heard about this 16, 17-year-old, like, because we're in the same year, and I'm going,
not we, you,
and I'm going like, this dude, man, like, we won because we heard.
I'll be
like,
real. If he was African, people would have said his age is fake.
So that's the Wayne Rooney Show. Where can we find that, bruv?
BBC iPlayer, YouTube,
Nice.
and BBC Sounds. But
Wicked. And you got a tour as well?
Kaekurd.com for
There you go.
tickets.
Make sure you check that out. And yeah, like I said, click the link in the show description if you want to get involved in the show. In the next episode, our More of a Clue episode, we'll be answering the question: at what age do you think men should settle down? Might be a short one.
5.